I made a huge mistake with my mathematicals. But it's critical, guys, to get this because it will save you in the long run. Soon, guys, soon.
Welcome to It's All Grady. I'm Denise.
And I'm Marcel.
Welcome to our homestead.
Yeah, welcome to our homestead. If you don't already know, we're a couple that gave up big city life for something different. A homestead in rural America. Very ominous this morning with the fog advisory. You guys want to see what we see this time of year is so awesome. We're just going to drive right in from here towards the bottom of our driveway and just go up, and you guys just will pan left to right and boogie up there so we can get our day started.
We traded walls for open skies, left the noise behind for the sound of pines, packed our past in a beat-up truck, built on love and a little luck. One day at a time, we're carving our place, with dirt on our boots and wind on our face. We're learning to bend, not break with the climb, and finding the good in the simplest signs. It's humble, it's earned, and it sure feels right. We're living this dream one day at a time. No map to follow, just gut and heart. A hammer, some grit, and a place to start. We've stumbled, we've learned, and worked through the pain. Find the small joys that keep us sane. One day at a time, we're carving our place, with dirt on our boots and wind on our face. We're learning to bend, not break with the climb.
Just gonna have to be careful because it's a little wet. Used to be a time I could do this with no hands. I made that up.
All right, you guys, so this morning we were up here on the scaffolding getting ready to tackle this project.
All right, guys, so in the end of our last video, we installed our very first soffit panel. And my beautiful wife came up with a great idea about using a board to help me as an extra set of hands. It worked so well by myself that I'm going to continue this process. We have a 1/2-inch sheet of plywood. I'm just going to drop this down enough that it doesn't get bound up. It doesn't need to be perfect. We want a little slop. It's just there to help hold the sheet in the middle, yeah? See, there's a little extra sloppy slop there. It's more like 1 inch. Ouch. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. All of our additional framing looks good. Our cleaning job, there's actually not even any of the white stuff left anymore. The vinegar did its job, and maybe that was like a mildew of sorts, and it was neutralized with the vinegar potion. Worked out good.
So in our last video, we had discovered some spots on the rafter tails. And it looks like the solution worked out really well, y'all.
Okay. You okay? Yeah. Real simple. Get it up on there. Okay, gonna slide it to me. It's easy, easy. Slide it to me. Keep it coming. Bama llama.
What about that corner?
What about it, baby?
Is it cool?
I mean, it's cool enough. Oh, no, man. What happened? You pulled it crooked after I screwed it. What? You had to. Because I was just fitting. Okay, so the whole thing's coming down. Hold on a second. Nothing safer than doing this after the fact. Okay. Don't move yours yet. I'll ultimately spend more time out there screwing that off when it dries up.
All right, so that piece went pretty smooth. A little bit nerve-wracking, but we got it on.
Yeah, it's not nerve-wracking, guys. It's just work.
Well,
It's a work-a-racking.
Didn't see that corner popped out on the far end, which made Marcel have to unscrew it, which we have that situation happen a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, this is working out great, too. Mm-hmm. It really is.
Yeah, that little piece that we are using to brace it up is actually giving us an extra set of hands.
Yes, it is an absolute genius idea. I don't know whether you invented it, but we're going to call it the Denise method. That's right.
So on the end down there, you can see a little chunk out.
That's me too. I'm a little chunk out.
All right, so let's see how easy this board is going to be to get installed.
The only thing that's going to be different, guys, is we're going to put the screen to the outside rather than the inside. And I'm just going to say that somebody brought up a point that I totally agree with about putting it with that much space in between. It will allow for bugs to get up in there, probably die, and eventually start to clog those things. So maybe having it to the edge will be a better process. Here's what I do know. We'll be able to tell because we will have done both. Yeah? All right. We know all too well that living on such a remote homestead that we need to be worried about where our water comes from and how clean it is. And having a reliable water filter isn't just a convenience, it is also a necessity. So today we're going to check out Drio's countertop RO water filter. It's the WF511. Alright guys, so Drio has become a household name for us. We have more than one Drio item and we are very satisfied with every one of them. And we are now satisfied with the newest one. Alright, you take this thing out of the box, this is what it comes with. A couple of pictures, a user's guide, a quick start manual, an additional carbon filter, just in case you want that little bit of better taste. Plug this stuff in, you fill the back reservoir up, guys, and the filter does the rest. Bam-a-lama. All it takes is a few of these tanks filled to flush through, and we are drinking clean, filtered water. All right, guys, let's figure this thing out, right? It is a sweet system. It is sleek, looks good on the counter. It is a very simple design. It's not too busy. So what it does when it filters, guys, it automatically fills you up a jug here. So we could fill up our water. Bam-a-lama. Yeah? I have not currently put this additional carbon filter in just yet, guys, because it is also not required. The included RO and PPC filters already provide great tasting purified water. However, the additional filter will further enhance that taste. Oop, you hear it kick on, it's filling that back up because I don't want you to run out. It's still pretty darn good, let me just tell you. Another nice thing, guys, it has a built-in TDS meter. Look at us right here with 1 ppm in the water. And when we start out, this is probably, I'm going to say, in the 60 to 100 range, right? So it does a really good job filtering it out. So this is perfect not only for the remote homestead, guys, it's also very beneficial in the city. And here's my testimonial. We were notified by the city that we moved from that we should no longer be drinking our tap water and they will be sending us a filter. And they did not do this, guys, until after the levels had gotten so high, which was lead. Luckily, by then we were already using a form of water filtration, but it was nothing as sweet as this. All right, guys, let's figure it out, man. You want to fill your cup up, right? We could hit it. Boom. I love the light. Who needs to get a drink in the dark? And then dispense water, guys. Bam-a-lama. Maybe you're like, oh no, just don't want to go too much. You could just shut it back off then. So you want to talk about easy setup and use. This is the system right here. You got 3 different settings, an 8 ounce, a 12 ounce, and a 16 ounce level of water. You can also just pour straight out of this pitcher, which fills up the glasses so you can constantly see your waters being filtered. You can actually see how beautifully clean it is. And they also send you an additional, so you could take that off and put it in a refrigerator and have some nice cold, icy cold water, because this unit will not function below 40 degrees with water or above 100. You want to have that room temperature water to filter it through. All right, guys, so here it is. The whole screen says it all. Autofill indicator. When this thing is filling up, that light kicks on right there. It says the PPP cartridge, which is the carbon filter, guys. When it needs to be replaced, it will give you an indication. And then you got the RO cartridge, because there's 2 cartridges inside of this unit. One is the carbon, one is the RO filter, and it will let you know when that is also time to replace. It'll also let you know when the reservoir in the back needs to be refilled. With this indicator right here, we can go to child lock. Maybe you don't want your kid to be able to push the button and walk away. You need some info? Bam-a-lama, here we go. Shows us where our filters are at, shows us, so it's 67 ppms is what our water is going in, and it's coming out 1 ppm. So there you have it, guys. And with a 3-to-1 pure to drain ratio, this unit produces 3 gallons of purified water to 1 gallon of waste. So compared to traditional water purifiers with a 2-to-1 ratio, this means significantly less waste and greater efficiency. Maybe you don't like all the noise, guys. You can mute the thing, right? Maybe you want to pause the fill. You just push the pause on the fill, guys. Boom, it's all touchscreen. Makes it so easy. You can see everything that is going on with the wonderful lights. Yeah? How about that? All right. I love it. Oop, don't overfill it, guy. Good job, Drio. Oh, yeah. That's what water's supposed to taste like. Nothing. All right, guys, so if you're interested in products like this, which I believe everybody can find a place in their life where clean drinking water will fit, because if there's one adverse situation we have, and it's been from the city to the country, it has been clean drinking water. And with units like this, they make it very simple for us to be safe and healthy and keep on drinking that clean water. If you're interested in equipment like this, guys, make sure you're checking out the links in our description below. Good job, Drio.
Traded walls.
Oh, easy. Don't get too crazy now.
Left the noise behind for the
Get it up
sound
there.
of
Might
pine.
have to pop it up.
Packed our past in a beat-up truck, built on love and a little luck. One day at a time, we're carving our place, with dirt on our boots and wind on our face. We're learning to bend, not break with the climb, and finding the good in the simplest signs. It's humble, it's earned, and it sure feels right. We're living this dream, one day at a time. No map to follow, just gut and heart. A hammer.
That's right. Bam! How do you like me now?
We've stumbled, we've learned.
Go back down the hill, chicken.
All right, we got the next two pieces up here.
Just got our jig installed.
Getting jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy with it, guys. Yeah, we got two more pieces. But before we continue on, I just want to mention something about what we're doing right now. Guys, we're not professionals, but we doing it. The two of us. We're building our house, and that is amazing in itself. Now, I've got a little bit of experience, and my wife has less than I do. So that being said, for us to even be able to accomplish something like this is pretty awesome to us. So we're pretty happy about where we're at. But that wasn't my point. My point was about these soffits. What are we doing? You can see we've got a wonderful layout, and it looks real good, right? But there's a function involved with this. And why it's so important, it took us a lot of research. We wanted to make sure what we were doing was the best choice, because venting your roof isn't as simple as just putting a vent in. There's a combination there, guys. The best way I can explain it is, if you from the old school, before AC, baby, you know about airflow, because you would open one window one way and another window another way, and it created a flow. And that's what we're trying to do here. But there's a mathematical equation there. Combine how much area you got in your attic and how many vents where. So with how much space we have in our attic, combined with we're using ridge vent, that gave us a number on how many of these 4-inch by 16-inch vents we needed. We are installing one extra because OCD, okay? But we'll do a test when the time comes to make sure that it's functioning. What we can do is bring something that smokes, maybe burn a paper towel or something that gets smoky, and see that it's sucking air through the vents, because that means it's coming out of the top, right? And if it doesn't, then we can take one of these vents covers off, close it off, and put it back on, and it'll just be ornamental. But it's critical, guys, to get this, because it will save you in the long run. You need that airflow, baby. All right, I know everybody already knows that anyways. I'm preaching to the professionals here, right?
All right, so we're about to install this next piece. Let's get it.
Where we might have to do a little bit of fancy footwork is at these seams with those light gauge vent covers, because if there's any variation when you try to screw one, it'll just kink it. So I can already see this one over here, right here. See that little variation? I'm just going to put a little piece of wood up there and to flush it up so that our cover sits nicely. We'll go over that in just a moment, guys, once we get this other one installed like professionals. I'm going to stay on point. No joking. This is not a laughing matter. We're going to get it done. Well, not necessarily done. Plus, I'm going to have fun doing it because I only get to do this once in my life. That's right, baby. Right, baby? Can I put my jiggy with it? Oh yeah, I'm serious. I'm staying serious. Alrighty, la-di-da-di-da. It's not Christmas time. Why am I doing this to myself? It's like stacking chips, baby. Shut up, Roo. Oh, Lord. The chicken's coming home to roost, Ma. Okay. I'm just going to pull this all the way. Okay. Okay, now we're going to slide slowly to you. Bama Lama, push your end up all the way. Make sure that your lap is tight, yeah? And when you're good, you tell me. You like it? I'll bet you a professional would say, you guys are slow. You right. You so right. We are. But I get to do this with my wife. Can you do that? You know what I mean? My crew's pretty and she kisses me. Sometimes. Sometimes that kiss comes from cast iron. Just kidding, guys. She doesn't hit me with a cast iron pan anymore. You know what I mean? They make this tool. It's called a belt. It's a tool belt. I could wear one.
What are you talking about?
Guys, I just like to talk to you. It doesn't even matter what words I use. I just want to use words with you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure all them screws are all the way up in, because you're not going to want to do that when you come up with the trim later. You dig? It's all good stuff I'm sharing. All right. I need those screws that are over there. Please. Why does it seem...
Did you put it wrong?
9, 10, 11. Yeah, so many right there. Well, on the one that we did upstairs already, we cut our splice piece, and then there was another vent. There's supposed to be 12 vents. We only have 11 vents on this side. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's what it calls for anyways. But, all right, guys, so I made a huge mistake with my mathematicals. Yeah, I never said I was a mathematician or a scientist or even archaeologist. I didn't do none of that stuff. And if I ever said it, I was lying. Okay, I'm trying to become a better person, so I'm going to be honest with you right now. I did it wrong, but it's not wrong. But it is wrong. Okay, so I was supposed to have 23 vents. That would equal the flow. You get it, right? There's got to be a flow to it, just like that. Even flow, right? That's what I'm saying. and it called for 11 on one side and 12 on the other. And I was like, no way, Jose, because I'm going to have 12 on one side, I'm going to have 12 on the other. And I just mentioned it a little bit ago about I may have to come back in later and make a fake one. Well, turns out the front's going to have 11, and if your eyes are far enough apart and you can see the front and the back at the same time, you might notice. But your eyes are going to have to be over 30 feet wide. You're going to look goofy, right? Like one of those goats. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll wonder. Feel like sometimes I got to put my goat eyes on. All right. Let me just go this way. Who do you want to bet that's going to be around 22 inches? Huh? I just put one too many in. I zigged when I should have zagged. You know what I mean, guys? If you know what I mean, put it in the comments down below. I made a mistake. But what a beautiful mistake it is. So how did it do that? You know what I mean? How do I end up with such a huge mistake? Ding! All right. It looks like 1'5" and a quarter. That'll give me enough slappa-lappa.
We got our small piece up here. We went and cut it. Now we just got to install it.
All right, guys, so I did make a mistake. I had two layouts. So when we originally did this layout, we had the number of vents that were required for combination ridge vent with a 4-inch by 16-inch soffit vent was 23 vents. My OCD said I cannot do that. I have to have 12 and 12. I can't put 11 on one side and 12 on the other. So in my mind, I thought I had it correct, and I picked the line that was the layout measurements for the 11-piece side instead of the 12. So it's too late now, guys. The good part is I don't have to worry whether it is going to be factored correctly anymore. I did have a concern I was going to have to come back in after the fact and maybe just blind it off, close it off, and just have a faux vent so we could have a layout. No, I won't. It'll be 11 on this side, 12 on the other. And yes, it is important. It is important. That's how you breathe, baby. It's like being able to breathe through your nose and your mouth. Okay, ready for this? It's already flush. Now, bam-a-lamma. Oh yeah. All right.
Moonshine, secrets the pines keep. Front porch picking and the whippoorwills cry under that wide open Arkansas sky.